In its first 4 years, the Industrial Senior Design Program at UNC Charlotte has produced an array of projects including fire-detecting robots, software designs, hand tool developments, solar power controls, and energy systems improvements. For undergraduates in the William States Lee College of Engineering, the projects have provided real-world experience in the areas of engineering design, planning, teamwork, project management, and construction. For industry sponsors, the projects have afforded an opportunity to do elective engineering research, collaborate with faculty and students, recruit employees, and provide a valuable learning experience to young engineers. The director of the Industrial Senior Design Program is Dr. Bill Haybrook.
The Industrial Senior Design Program started 4 years ago when a group of faculty had some requests for multidisciplinary and single-disciplinary senior design projects to satisfy some support for local industry. The industry comes to the College of Engineering for a number of things. One is they want to get some low-cost engineering help, and second of all, they want to establish a relationship possibly with some professors on doing research. And thirdly is they want to establish a pool of candidates to solicit for their job openings.
The industrial senior design process starts when an industry sponsor presents a potential project to the college. A statement of work is developed, which explains objectives and project scope. This statement is then published for students to review.
Once the students review all these statements of work, they then apply using a resume and an application process to the faculty team, who then selects the student team that best meets the requirements of that particular project.
Once students are assigned to a project, the first meeting between them and their industrial sponsors is at the fall kickoff breakfast.
The kickoff breakfast is where we invite the sponsor and the students and the faculty mentor, and basically it's just an introduction to get the sponsor to understand who's working for them under their project, get the students to meet the technical rep from the sponsor who's going to give them technical answers to questions that they have relative to the design. And then the students will get a very good understanding of exactly what's expected of them to design the solution to that particular problem.
After the teams and sponsors have met and developed an understanding of the scope of the projects, the seniors go to work on the design phase. Teams have weekly meetings with their faculty advisors and sponsors to review progress and answer questions.
The first semester is primarily a paper semester. That's where the students put together their entire planning. This is usually a new concept for the students because there's no real requirement in any of the coursework for them to do planning of a design or planning of a solution to a problem. And they eventually put together a detailed schedule of exactly what it's going to take to solve that particular problem over the 2 semesters. Along with that goes the detailed solutions designs, a lot of documentation, a lot of report writing. The students put together all their documentation into a poster form, and that is displayed at the end of semester exposition.
The culmination of the first semester is the December poster presentation. At this time, each team presents the design solutions they have developed. The solutions spell out the work plan, schedule, materials needed, construction tasks, and implementation strategy. Team members and sponsors are all in attendance as they present their posters and review the work of their fellow teams. Following the poster presentations, the teams transition to the second semester, which is the implementation of their plans.
The second semester really builds on for the hardware guys, the concept of it's got to work and it's got to fit together. And so you get in the machine shop, they actually machine parts. They'll actually put together, the electrical guys will put together parts that they've never even understood how to work before, wire them up, see if they work together. If not, they got to fix it, find out what's wrong with it. And the result is that they have many trials and tribulations to get a working prototype by the end of the second semester.
The end of the second semester brings the year-end exposition. At this time, all projects must be completed and presentations about the entire year's work developed.
The exposition is really like a trade show, and you get these student teams that are out there competing essentially against one another for jobs. A lot of electricity flying through the air with the energy of the students because they feel that they've done a great job putting together a solution to that problem, and they want everybody to know it. The other thing they do is they actually prototype the actual product themselves. That's usually on display, usually working. Software products are there working in whatever, whether it's a cell phone app or a personal computer app or a database application. During this expo, the students are graded by the technical reps, the faculty and mentors, and they are basically graded on the technical content, their ability to display the poster and how creative the poster is, and then the actual solution, how innovative the solution is to the solving of the problem. We take those grades and we end up selecting the top 3 projects, and those 3 projects are cash awards.
In 2008-2009, the Industrial Senior Design Program had 24 projects. They spanned areas including medicine, transportation, communications, manufacturing, robotics, defense, and energy.
We're always interested in looking for energy-related projects. We have a project this year that's instrumenting a solar panel assembly that's going to feed power into the grid. And so we're looking at working with National Instruments in this case to provide graphic displays of how much power is coming out of solar panels, how much power is going into the grid. We're doing a energy audit for the Charlotte-Mecklenburg school system. This is one where we put together a team of a multidisciplinary team of mechanical, civil, and electrical engineers together to go out and actually review a Charlotte-Mecklenburg City school, and they're putting together a detailed set of recommendations on how that school needs to be modified to bring up to standard. Other projects we do for local communities. We're working on a garbage can assist project for the city of Mint Hill. The team was put together to design a mechanism to assist in rolling out the garbage can from the backyard to the street.
The projects have proven to be successful and valuable to their sponsors. Irwin Industrial Tools has been involved with the Industrial Senior Design Program since its inception 4 years ago.
This year's team was working on 2 plier projects, and from the onset of the projects dealing with the students, we discovered several things that we had not even considered. And based on those considerations that the students presented to us, we're going to be looking at incorporating them into potential future hand tool designs. The thing that we feel we're giving to the students is an opportunity to see how this type of work is done in industry, to work as close as they could possibly work to a environment that they would actually experience in this type of business, which is product development.
A UNC Charlotte engineering graduate from 1972, Larry Furr is now a self-employed engineering consultant. This was his first year as a project sponsor, and he presented the challenge of developing a desktop lift system.
This year I gave them a project to design a lifting mechanism that will allow a person with maybe chronic back problems or structural problems be able to stand up at their desk and be able to work at any height. And so it amounted to developing a platform with no electrical power, just some mechanical assist to raise and lower the desk about 16, 18 inches. And I think the team did a very, very good job of identifying the fundamentals of the problem and actually building a working prototype. When I was here, it was slide rules, and we didn't have calculators, we didn't have simulators and all that good stuff. But I think the challenge of this senior design program, I think, should give a young engineer an idea of just where his talents might be. That's my way of giving a little bit back to the university, helping students learn about engineering in the real world, and get some value for myself and for my one-person company here. So I think it's a great program.
One of the country's largest energy engineering companies, Shaw Group, has sponsored a number of projects through UNC Charlotte's Industrial Senior Design Program. Richard Ward is a piping design regional manager with Shaw and was team leader for this year's high-pressure steam pipe project.
This year's project was to design a high temperature, high pressure steam system from steam being created from 2 CFB boilers, circulating fluidized bed technology, and the steam is driven to a 500 megawatt reheat steam turbine. The students had proven their interest and dedication to the project. They were right on target with where they should be. I carried through into the second semester, which became a little more intense as we got into finalizing calculations and actual details, and they became involved in the actual stress analysis portion of it. Very pleased with the end results. Constantly monitored the students and asked them, are they pleased that they made this selection for a project? Would they do it again? And the answer was yes, that they enjoyed it. It was a lot of work, but the end result was worth it.
For the sponsors as well as the students, there is true value in the Industrial Senior Design Program. In the last 4 years, several software designs have gone into production, and a number of hardware projects have entered the patenting process.
Our sponsors are very satisfied with the work that they're getting from our teams. I would say that on average we get about 50% repeat projects every semester from the same companies. So if they weren't satisfied with what they're getting, if they weren't getting their money's worth, they wouldn't be back. I think it's a very win-win situation for them when they need people, when they need work to be done, and especially now in this economy. They're cutting back people, but the projects are still there. In talking with the students, it's interesting that in the past couple of years, at least 50% of the students on the team have received an interest in a job offer for their sponsor. It's interesting to see that the companies are like what they see in the student teams. And in all cases, the students all say that they have really learned what it's really like to work on a real-world project for a real-world company.
For more information about the Industrial Senior Design Program at UNC Charlotte, contact Dr. Haybrook or check us out online.